Hello, this is Nikki from the blog Natty Nikki, and I thought today I would do a quick plus size haul. I was fortunate yesterday to meet the awesome Kim from Call Me Kim. We were actually going out to Merry Hill, which is, if you're not familiar, it's a shopping centre just outside of Dudley, so not far from me. The reason for our visit, or the main reason for our visit, was we were going out to the Simply Be store there to look at the new Kelly Brook range, which has just launched online and in store. So we were invited out to go and try on some clothing and see what we thought. But obviously, being bloggers and being in a shopping centre, we didn't just go to Simply Be and try stuff on. We did do a little tour around Merry Hill and we did buy some other bits and pieces. So I thought I would show you with what I got. Now, the one thing I will say, I do like Merry Hill. It's not that far for me to go, probably about 20 minutes. But in terms of plus size shopping, it probably, if you're living in the Birmingham or sort of West Midlands area, is probably one of the places where you'll find the best selection, really. As they have a Yours clothing. Obviously they have Simply Be, you should just heard me mention. There's an Evans, which is a fairly decent size and usually has quite a nice selection of stuff inside, and it's got a nice layout that the Evans have got there. The H&M actually has a plus size section in store. I say section, it was a bit of a joke yesterday amongst Kim and me. It's about 4 rails. I don't know why I'm piling up 5 fingers there, because it's not. It's about 4 rails big. I did actually buy something while I was in there, which I will share with you in a moment. But they do actually have a plus size section there. If you go into Birmingham city centre and do a sort of comparison, you've got Yours Clothing and Evans. Those are your 2 dedicated plus size retailers. There's no Simply Be. There's New Look in, but I say town when I mean Birmingham. They've got a small Inspire section. That's the only thing I didn't find at Merry Hill. The New Look at Merry Hill doesn't have the Inspire section in store. That's the only downside. They do have it in Birmingham, but it's really not that brilliant. It's got a tiny, tiny selection. Never has much in there that I actually want. Most of what I spot online I sometimes struggle to actually find in store in Birmingham. So, and the H&M in Birmingham, there's actually 2 H&Ms in Birmingham, and there's also 2 New Looks in Birmingham actually. Neither of the H&Ms in Birmingham, unless I'm completely mistaken and I've missed it totally, but I don't think I actually have the plus size section in store. So yeah, if you are looking to go shopping around the West Midlands area, then Merry Hill is probably your best bet. And if you are sort of anywhere up to a size 22, there's also, you know, Dorothy Perkins. They've got quite a decent size store in Merry Hill as well. That's always worth checking out. I also like the Primark at Merry Hill. It's no surprise really. You know, I mean, I love Primark. I make no secret. I love it. But the Primark at Merry Hill, I often find, again, I can find things in there that I can't always find in my Primark in Birmingham. And I also find the Primark in Merry Hill, it's just got a nicer layout. The one in Birmingham, if you don't get in there first thing in the morning, it by sort of 12 o'clock, it's like a jumble sale. You can't find anything and the queues are usually horrendous. So unless I'm going in early, I don't tend to bother. Whereas the Merry Hill one, it's usually a lot better. So anyway, enough of me waffling on, and I will show you what I bought. So seeing as I've mentioned about H&M, we'll start off with what I bought. Now this was actually from the plus size section. And this really caught my eye because I thought this would be nice for the summer. So I'm just going to hold this up. It's just a very basic stripy t-shirt. You know, it's nothing special, I know that. But I really like the colours. This is, stand up. If you can hear that noise, that's my floor squeaking, sorry. It's not me, I promise. This was £9.99. Now, this is a 3XL. And when I looked on a sizing chart, which they had above the rails of clothes, I'm sure it said that 3XL was, I'm trying to think what size it said it was now. Something like a 28-30. Well, I wear a sort of 22, and if I'm going for an oversized top, then I'll go for a 24. But I really think that is as, you know, that really isn't much bigger, in my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think that's much bigger than a sort of size 24 t-shirt, really. So, yet again, the weird sizing of H&M strikes again. In fact, I did see in there yesterday, they had some black trousers, like the smart jogging bottoms. And I actually said to Kim that the last time I'd gone in there, I tried them on. And I tried an extra large and then a 2XL. The 2XL was smaller than the XL. I mean, if someone can please explain that one to me, I'd be, love to know why that was the case. I know that H&M sizing across the board, whether it's straight or plus, is a bit iffy. So, although it was nice to see a plus size range in store, still very disappointed with the selection. There was a lot of black, very uninspiring, strange cuts. There were blouses that just looked so short, and I mean, I'm not that tall, but even on me they wouldn't have been long enough. Just very odd mixture of clothing. And the other comment I made when I saw this in store yesterday, and this was a tenner, which I know that's a good price. I don't mind paying £10 for a t-shirt. But when you wander across to the straight size section, it's a similar thing in the straight size section. They were sort of £7.99. So that irks me a little bit. Okay, you can argue I'm bigger, so I have more fabric, fine, whatever. But it still seems we're the victim of prices being slightly inflated when they get to our ranges. So anyway, that's the t-shirt I bought from H&M. There you go, that's that. Now, as is often the case with me, because I have to wander past the jewellery to get to the till, I can never help but make a detour. So I did make a little detour and I picked up a little set of rings. Now, I don't know if you can just see, there's like a blue stripy one, which is like a pear shape. And then there's an oval stripy one. And then there's just two plain bands, that one and that one. And I don't think these really appeal to me. These are $3.99 and they're so cute. And I thought to match with that t-shirt, and of course, because every spring, without fail, I'm sure I'm not alone in noticing this, so I get my teeth back in today, that the nautical trend comes around every year without fail, which I'm not complaining about because I really do like it. So I thought this would be a little nod to the nautical trend that I like. Now these are a finger size large, and these do, to be fair, comfortably fit. She says, trying to put it on with it still attached to the thing, as you can see, comfortably fit that finger, which is my right hand, and I like to wear them on that hand because obviously I wear my engagement rings and wedding ring on that hand, as a nice dress ring, bit of costume jewellery. And I thought the little plain bands would go nicely with, or sit with, or under I should say, the little ring that I currently wear that says love. So I thought that'd be quite nice. Now if you look on the back of this packet, these are actually designed, well, sort of possibly designed to be like little midi rings as well. So I suppose in theory you could, if you wanted to, I can't even get them on now to do it, you can wear like one there. And I've never really tried that. I might give it a go this time. I've got this thing about them thinking that they're just going to slide off because they're sitting above your knuckle. Or is it just going to be really uncomfortable? I don't know, so I'm going to give that a try and see see how that goes. See whether I can get on board with the trend of the midi rings. So that is what I bought from H&M when we popped in. I have to say that I do like their jewellery. Quite good price points for a lot of their jewellery. There was a nice mixture of things yesterday that did catch my eye, but I decided to be good and just pick up those alongside my t-shirt. So the other place I went, I also popped into Superdrug because my hair at the moment. Now, if you read my blog, you'll probably hear me say I know it's hard to believe now because I look dark there. I am naturally blonde. In my younger years, I was extremely blonde to the point where I never dyed my hair because it was so blonde. People used to accuse me of dyeing my hair and used to call me a bottle blonde. And I say, no, I don't. I honestly don't dye it. I was quite lucky right through to my mid-20s to have naturally very, very blonde hair. But as I've gotten older, it has got darker, and you can probably see where it's shaved now. It's that bit darker, and you can see if I pull my hair, excuse my hair today, it does a bit, you can see my roots there. So I have to give it a helping hand these days, and I do dye it, but I also use a purple shampoo because it takes the brassy yellow tones out when you dye your hair. And if you use it enough, like I've done in the past, it does start to put more silvery tones in. But at the moment, I seem to be really struggling. So the other day, I was on Google, Googling how to get sort of silver coloured hair, because that's something I really would like to have. I'm a bit of a cheapskate. If I can avoid going to the hairdressers and paying them to do it, I will, because, you know, having your hair dyed at the salon is not cheap. And I appreciate why it's not cheap, because it does take a long time to do, and I've got no issue with that. But I'm just, unfortunately, I'm always on a bit of a budget. So I was Googling and I came across these things from Smart Beauty. So here they are. So this is the Bleach It Hair Lightening Kit. Now this is what you have to use to start off with, because what this does is this lightens your hair. You can use this. You can go from brown to blonde. Ideal preparation for Smart Beauty pastels and vibrant colours, because they do lots of different colours that you can go on to afterwards. But this is just the first thing you do to make your hair as light as possible. And if I show you the back, that is supposed to be the colour result that you should get. I'm a little bit apprehensive because obviously it's got hydrogen peroxide in it. But it does say it will bring life to mousy blonde hair or transform you from a sultry brunette, well, I'm not one of those, to a fun-loving blonde goddess. Well, I might be blonde and fun-loving, but I'm not sure I don't think I'd call myself a goddess. Sorry. Oh, dear me. Whatever. So this is ideal preparation for smart pastel or vibrant smart colour semi-permanent colours. So I'm going to give this a go in the first instance. This will be the first thing I use to actually lighten my hair. Then, once I've done that, I've picked up the pastel hair colour called Silver Moon. Now, I don't know how well this will translate, but if you look on that box there, that shows you the kind of colour that you should be getting. Now, it does say this is semi-permanent, but I have really, really porous hair. And many years ago, probably when I was in my late teens, I'm going to show my age now, I used to buy sachets of hair dye. I think they might have been called, I don't think they were called toners. I can't remember who made them now. And you used to be able to go into Superdrug and they were little foil, I'm sure they were little foil sachets or little plastic sachets that were like, they were really cheap and cheerful, and they came in lots of different shades. It was like, you know, everything from blonde right through to black. And I used to buy, I think I used to buy the red ones because I used to dye my hair red when I was about 17, 18. And I used to buy those. And they were supposed to be semi-permanent. They were supposed to wash out in so many washes. But because my hair is so porous, because it's very, very fine, my hair just used to soak it all up. And it would have to grow out of my hair. It never washed out. It might fade. It would fade, but it would have to grow. So I will be very interested to see how semi-permanent this actually is on my hair. I'll also be interested to see what colour this actually makes me go. So what I'm planning on doing, if I can be organised enough to do it, because I'm not very organised, is trying to actually do a whole separate blog post about how I get on with these. And I want to try and sort of take a photo of my hair before, a photo of my hair once I've done the lightening, and then a photo of my hair once I've done this. I just hope to God I don't wreck my hair, but at least it's short enough that if I do, you know, just have to shave it off. So we'll see anyway. Now these were, I think these were like £4.98 each from Superdrug. I did go in specifically to look for them, as I'd seen them online and I saw that Superdrug sold them. So yeah, give these two a try, and hopefully we'll see how I get on. So those. Now, of course, no trip for me to Merry Hill is complete without going to Primark. Yeah, I have to go into Primark, obviously, so I wanted in yesterday. The main reason I wanted to go in, I really wanted to pick up some new leggings. I'm always banging on about leggings. How I find it really hard to find leggings, especially plus size leggings that fit properly, that don't either go baggy on the knees, baggy on the bum, decent around the ankles, long enough in the body. I hate leggings that come up and cut me across my tummy. So I took a plunge a few months ago and bought a £3 pair from Primark, but they're the cotton ones. Now if you go into Primark, there's two different types of leggings they sell. They sell the cotton ones, and they sell the more viscosy ones, which I'm not a fan of because I find that they just bobble literally in 5 minutes of wearing them. If, like me, you get chub rub, they go like that, bobbled. No good. So last time I went in, I found cotton ones for £3, and I thought, well, I'll give them a try for £3. Really impressed. Now, the last time I bought a pair, I bought a size 20, and they are absolutely humongous. They're huge. Unfortunately, I can't show you the ones I bought yesterday because stupidly I'm actually wearing them. But I will show you the size 20 ones so you can get an idea. This is a size 20. Now, if I do this, it's really hard. I'm going to have to go right. If I go right back and do that, they're super, super generous. And, I mean, you can see they've got a really long, they've got such a tall rise on them. They come right up to underneath my bra, but they're actually too big around my waist. So if you are bigger than a size 20, seriously don't be put off buying these types of leggings in Primark, because I would say these would fit 22, probably maybe 24 at a push, you know, because they are really generous. So I went and picked up a size 18 yesterday, and they are a much better fit. Still a little bit loose around the ankle, a little bit looser than I would like, but I'm beginning to wonder if that's just the way I'm built, because I've got sort of narrowish ankles, and it seems to be no matter what leggings I buy, they all have a little bit of looseness at the ankle, but these don't feel, you know, so big around my waist. They also come in 2 leg lengths, which I think is brilliant for £3. I buy the regular length because I'm only 5'4", so I don't need them desperately long, and the regular length is perfect for me, right down to my ankle, because that's another pet hate I've got with leggings. This is very peculiar to me. With leggings, I either want full length, so right down to the ankle, or 3/4, so halfway down the calf. I can't bear leggings, and I've bought some in the past that have done this to me, that are too short, so they stop just before your ankle and then they flap about the place. It doesn't look so bad if they're fitted, but if they're a bit flappy on the ankle and then they don't fit and they don't come all the way down, I end up them flapping about just above my ankle, and it just doesn't look right on me. But that's me. I've got these really peculiar things that I'm so funny about. So yeah, if you're passing Primark and you need some new leggings, they're seriously worth a try. And the other thing I really love about them, these size 20 ones, I've worn these quite a few times actually. And the one thing I have noticed, looking between the legs where normally I'd expect to have a problem with bobbling, barely bobbled at all. Whereas I've bought some from another high street retailer, paid a lot more for them, and it was actually a plus size retailer, and I think within one wear they were absolutely bobbled to bits between my thighs, whereas these Primark ones, barely noticeable. And also they're the same kind of material as the ones that Aldi were doing last year for I think they were £4.99 from Aldi when they launched their plus size range last year, which I'm hoping they will do some more of. They're the same kind of style and fit as those, and those I really liked, and then the same sort of material. But again, with the Aldi ones, they were massively generous. So if they do come back out this year and I buy another pair, which I hope they do, then I will definitely go down a size, and that's what I would recommend with these as well. So I bought leggings, which I'm wearing, so I can't show you properly. The other thing I did buy, I love Primark's trainers. I mean, yeah, in an ideal world, I'd love to own a pair of Vans. But unfortunately, finances mean that it's really probably not going to happen at the moment. And if you've seen my recent blog post, you might notice I have a little pair of burgundy trainers on, which are from Primark, that I absolutely adore. And they're like £6 a pair, so I went back and I bought the blue version. And I quite like these because they're like a denim blue colour. They're not like navy blue, and they're not too light, but they're like lovely spongy inside. They're really comfy for a day walking round. And reading on the internet the other day, I discovered a really useful tip of how to keep this clean, and that is to take some nail varnish remover, a cotton wool pad, soak it in nail varnish and rub it along there. And yeah, they don't look as white as they did when you first bought them, but it gets the worst of the stains off and tidies them up, especially if you've got trainers where you've got the little rubbery white bit there and you want to clean it back up again. And that was a tip I got off Facebook. But yeah, these are £6 a pair. And I would definitely recommend them. These will be on my feet all through summer with jeans, with leggings. I like to wear them with tights and dresses. Just so versatile. So they are absolutely brilliant. So that's those. I also love Primark jewellery. And I happened to find a little reduced section yesterday. And Kim, do you know, she's such a terrible neighbour. I looked at 2 different necklaces and she was like, well, if you buy that one, you sort of wear it with neutrals. And if you buy that one, you wear it with something else. She said, and they're like, well, you could just buy both. And I was like, well, yeah, I'll just buy both then. So thanks, Kim. I did buy both. So I bought this one. I love this. It's like the mother of pearl effect. And this was £2, reduced from £4. I mean, even £4 not bad, is it? But £2 even better. I thought this was lovely, you know, especially with the sort of hopefully spring-like weather. Well, it's not very spring-like today. It's tipping it down today out in Birmingham, but never mind. So I thought that would be lovely. So I got that one for £2. I tell you, it's always, I love the reduced section of Primark for jewellery because you never know what you're going to find. Usually things I've been looking at before. And the other one that I bought, and actually this was the one that I first picked up, was this one. I love this, it's just lovely in silver. I wanted to wear this today, then I suddenly thought, no, I can't wear it yet today, so I need to do a YouTube video about it. It's terrible, isn't it? You buy these things and have to keep them to one side until you've YouTubed them. And again, this was reduced from £4 to £2. And I love it. I think this would be brilliant, especially with the jumper I've got on today, my trusty H&M one, which has, you know, been on the blog lately. So yeah, £2. So I bought that. I also bought, and I've bought these before, and I love them, the £1.50 insoles that they do. It says they fit all shoe sizes. I can't remember with these whether you cut them, but I've had them before, and I find them extremely useful during the summer months to put inside little ballet flats because I don't know if it's just me and my stupid feet, but I do struggle through the summer in ballerina shoes, and I love them dearly, but to me it feels like I'm walking barefoot sometimes because sometimes the soles are so thin. Even on the more expensive ones that I've bought, the soles are still so thin, and because I'm bussing it to and from work now and I have a bit of a further walk, I'm sort of thinking about the summer and I'm trying to sort of prepare in advance of how I'm going to keep my feet sane, because my poor feet by the end of the summer usually look just battered and so dry and horrible because because of the banging about on the pavement, because there's no shock absorbers in those little shoes. So these are brilliant. I've had these before, and they're like really squidgy and soft. I also just like the patterns on them. They're so cute. They had these. I think they also have ones with little hearts and flowers on. I've even put these inside boots that haven't had very good thick soles inside. So yeah, I love these. These are brilliant. I like the fact that you just pop them inside your shoe and away you go. They do also sell the gel ones, and I've had those before. I've even had the little gel heel bits, which I've had inside sandals before now, because it's my heels that really struggle through the summer, and they crack, unfortunately. So hopefully they will be my saviour. And they're like £1.50, so they are really definitely worth it. And the last thing I bought, now I've only recently started buying sort of makeup and bits and pieces from Primark. I'd always sort of walked past the makeup stands before, but ever since I bought some little lip crayons for them, which I've really come to be quite a fan of, they're so easy to chuck in my handbag and just go on, that I started looking at more and more stuff. Now again, this is Kim enabling me yesterday. We stopped and looked at the perfume. I've never ever before stopped and looked at Primark perfume. And it's silly really, because perfume, I think it's one of those things, isn't it? We're all a bit sort of snobby about what scents we wear. I know I've been in the past, I've always been very drawn to, my favourite is Jean Paul Gaultier. That's the one I love to wear. But again, you know, it's not cheap, and you know, sometimes when you're on a budget, needs, you know, you do whatever. Anyway, Kim was spraying them all. We had great fun. I was like squirting around through them, and I found one. This is called P.S. Love. And this was lovely. This is £6, and it's I just love the descriptions. Reveal your inner temptress with a spritz of P.S. Love. Okay, a tantalising blend of sensual tuberose? You can tell me if I'm not pronouncing that right. A mysterious sandalwood. Oh, this did make me smile because sandalwood just takes me straight back to my student years. I'm sure anybody who's my age, who went to university in the... When did I go to university? Mid-1990s. I'm getting that old, I can't remember now. And we used to burn incense and stuff, and it was always like sandalwood, jasmine, all those kind of things. And I think that's what it transported me back to. But this actually does smell really, really nice. They do actually do a little... I was quite impressed. They did like little things, like little rollers, so you can like roll it on for like £2. And I was going to get one of those, and I thought, oh no, I'll bugger it. I'll have a box of perfume. So I thought, I like the smell, and for £6, well, you know, why not? You know, it's perfume at the end of the day. It stops me being a stinky bugger, doesn't it? I assure you I'm not. I wash regularly, honestly. So yes, that is what I came home with yesterday from Merry Hill. I'm sure my bank balance is now a bit lighter. Have to say we did have an absolutely fantastic afternoon. So I really should say a huge thank you to Kim, because she actually came and picked me up and took me, and we had a lovely afternoon together. It was brilliant fun. So thank you so much, Kim, for a fantastic afternoon. Also, a very quick thank you to Simply Be for having us yesterday afternoon. We had a brilliant time. We had so much fun and giggles and laughter. Goodness knows what people thought we were doing in those changing rooms, because it was really quite funny at times. But they were lovely to us, and we were able to try loads of stuff on, and we had really good fun. And there will be a full blog post coming about all the different outfits that we tried on, and the magic mirror that kept catching me in my most derpy moments when I wasn't looking. So there's all that to come. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed a quick look at what I bought. Like I say, if you've never been to Merry Hill, it's definitely worth going. Not just for plus size fashion, they've got a whole array of really good shops there actually, and lots of nice foodie places, which is somewhere that I do like to go. Can't say my son's quite so keen. My husband doesn't mind being dragged around, but my son is probably a definite no-no. Especially since they don't have the soft play there anymore that he used to like. Sorry, Oliver. So yes, so it was just nice to have an afternoon of a girly shop, because I don't get to do that very often, so that was great fun. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and if you have liked my video, please leave a thumbs up, always greatly appreciated. If you don't already, please hit that subscribe button. Hoping to do more and more videos as time goes on. And also don't forget, you can also come and see me at my blog over at www.nattynikki.com. I'm also on Twitter at gamergirl0621, on Instagram at nattynikki, and I'm even on Tumblr as nattynikki. So lots of places you can come and see me. So please don't be shy. Do come and say hello, and I will see you all soon. Bye!